Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we are going to talk about how to create new project in Xcode. When we are creating new project, there are different ways you can do it. You can open an existing project if you have already downloaded some sample code. You can directly open a project from your Git repository if you know the link. So let's go through them one by one. First is when you launch Xcode, you will see the start screen. You can click here to disable this one so that it doesn't show every time, but I like to keep it open so that it shows my recent projects so that I can just click and open them. So let's go through the first one, which is open a project which is already you have downloaded from somewhere or you might have created before. So click on open a project file. So I have a separate folder called developer where I keep all my projects. So I have a sample project here which I have downloaded from GitHub, and then here I'll just open the Xcode proj file and it will open the project for me in Xcode. So that's the first way. The second way to do is to clone an existing project. So let's say you know a repository URL. So I have this food truck sample code from Apple, which is a very good sample if you want to have a look. And then I'll just click clone and it will clone it. There is another option here which says add hosted account. So you can go here and add your GitHub account so that you can see your linked repositories and your start and your personal stuff here. So now we have seen you can open an existing project or you can clone an existing project from GitHub repository. Now, what if you want to just create a project from the start? So let's go ahead and click create project. This will open up this window. There are so many options here. So you can create a multi-platform app, just an iOS app, different options here, Mac OS options. You can build an app just for watchOS, TV OS, driver kit, and other. So we are going to create an iOS app, select next, and this is the window where you need to add your product name. Let's say you are building an app, let's say a TikTok app or something like that. So you would name that here. You can change that later. So you don't need to worry about that. Like you need to decide it right now. So let's say we say like first iOS app, iOS app. And this is your team. If you have a developer certificate, it will show up here, or you can choose none. You don't need to have a developer account to start developing with SwiftUI. You can do it without the developer account. You don't need to spend $99 beforehand. You need that when you want to publish your apps to the App Store. So before spending money, just try to learn, and you don't need to buy the license. So you can just choose none here. Organization identifier is if you're an organization, if you have a registered business name, you can put it here, or you can say anything here. So I just use my YouTube handle name. And then the bundle identifier, you can see that it's auto generated. So this is a unique name that you want to keep for your app, because this is going to be used when you want to assign different capabilities to your app. And you need to go to your developer Apple account, certificate, identifier, profiles, and then go to identifiers. This is where you can register your identifier explicitly, or when you will publish your app, it will automatically create your identifier here, so you don't need to do it manually. But I just wanted to show this here, like what's bundle identifier and where do you actually use it. So when you publish the app, it will automatically create it, so you can go and add different capabilities to your bundle identifier. So these are the capabilities that your app is going to be using. Let's say I want to use music kit in my app, so I'll have to come here and enable that app service for my bundle. Otherwise it won't work when you publish your app, so just take care of that. Next is the interface. You can choose SwiftUI storyboard. Storyboard is what we call UI kit. you can use UIKit to build, which is the old way of doing apps, and SwiftUI is the new way since 2018. Let's go ahead and keep SwiftUI as an option because that's what Apple recommend now to doing it. We can still use UIKit components in SwiftUI, so we'll go through that once we are into more details of the development. Core data is the database we can use to host local data store on the device. If you want to use it, just click. I would recommend not do it. So do not complex your first app. Include test. I would say exclude them as well. We'll learn about the tests later. It's a simple configuration now. So we'll hit next. And then it will ask where you want to keep your code. So I'll just create it here. Let's make it a little bigger. Hide this guy. So you see that now my app is ready and the previewer is ready, and this is my content view which is showing. So guys, this is how you can create a new project in Xcode. Thanks for watching.